What up, guys? Week 12 buzz. Gonna wrap up week 12. Who won? Who lost? Talk a little bit about playoffs and who's in, who's out, and unfortunately, we're gonna talk about the BBC. It's all bad. But all right, start off first. First, we're gonna do a little monk sip here. Hope everybody hit the monk release today. Triple can, big time. First of all, we're gonna go Gary against Probe. Gary 134.9 to 94.7. Beat down by Gary. Derrick Henry, man, 68.7. I think he had 78 against me last week. What a joke. But very nice. And we were talking over at Alex's about sitting Rodgers. That actually had a little bit of that piece of shit Matthew Berry was right. I hate that guy. But he was right. Mayfield had a good game. Rodgers 11 points or 12 points. It's not going to cut it, but you did get the W. Other than that, you just had kind of a okay run, but whatever. W's a W. Probe. Fitzmagic, 28.5. I know you had Mr. Mahomes on a bye. But Dolphins quarterback, 28. That's not that bad. Ertz, 26. You had Philly D on the bench with 31. I don't think that would have given you the W, but 31 would have been nice. $25 fine for Breda. Also, if you could have filled him in with the Philly D, might have got yourself a W, but you're in the playoffs. You're both in the playoffs, so looking good. Gary going to 8-4. Probe 7-5. Next one here. Darren and JR. Darren 129.8. JR 126.5. No biter. Darren B. Winston 50.4. You know, Winston is boom or bust, but man, that guy will throw 7 picks, but still get 40 points. You know, it's if he could really hone in on those turnovers, he'd be immaculate. Other than that, your team really didn't do much, but got the dub. Junior Chubb, 41.3. Brown, 22. Hollywood Brown. And love that name. Kind of just a, chill contest here, so nothing special. But Darren going to 7-5. JR going to 5-7. And Junior still, Darren's in the playoffs, but Jeff with some losses and a W next week. Could squeak in. A little bit of a long shot, but doable. Let's see. Jimmy O versus Carl. Jimmy O with 134.8. Carl 165. Read that backwards. But Carl with the W there. Jimmy G. Nice start. I know you're thinking about Goff. Went Jimmy G. Good move. Jimmy G gave you 39.6. Landry gave you 42. Odell 21. That Browns combo 63. That's dreamy. You've been waiting for that all year. Might be kicking in just when you're waiting for it. You're right there with Junior at that 5-7 spot. That with some losses and a win, you guys could squeak in. But we'll see how it goes. Jimmy O, Allen 27.7. And Michael Thomas, baddest receiver in the league, man. Guy is ridiculous. 32. Will Fuller on the bench for Jim had 27. Would have got you close to the win, or maybe right there, but he was on the bench. Carl 5-7. Jim 5-7. So you guys gotta have a big week next week to squeak in. I know the points and all that good stuff add up, and maybe you can get in. I don't know. We'll do me and Ernie. I won. I got the W 164.2. Ernie 123.4. For me, Breeze had 37. My boy Godwin 51. I paid $17 for Williams on the Colts. They're talking about a committee running Wilkins and Nines, whatever his name is. And that wasn't the case. They gave that guy 25 carries, and I had 36.8 on the bench. Fortunately, I got the win, but it's nothing worse than losing by what you left on the bench. Ingram for Ernie, 39.5. Devontae Adams, 18. That's about it. You had Sam Darnold on the bench with 41.2. Instead of starting Wentz, you could have gone Darnold against the Nation, which was just a butt ugly game. But I jump up to 6-6. Ernie drops to 4-8, and real close to squeezing himself out of the BBC. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see, Merv Ely. Merv 203, Mr. Ely 124.9. Merv had Watson 26.9, Hopkins 28, Kittle 38, Pittsburgh D 32. I mean, when you throw down 203, everybody's throwing it down for you. That's a good week for you, brother. Ely Singletary 28.3, Washington 27. That was about it. I know you've had a tough year, bud. All right, this is Ely. I know you had a tough year, man, which is definitely not like you. You've definitely earned yourself as a top competitor in this league, and especially with 14 teams, doesn't seem realistic, but you're a pain in the ass every single year, but not this year. And sorry. But Merv is 6-6, and Ely 3-9. So I show my notes right there. Ely, ABC. Sorry, man. All right, let's go. Nick and Ruben, the DP match monster beatdown. That is not good. Nick 242.6, Ruben 83.6. Lamar Jackson 50.4 for Nick. Fournette 42.2. Moore 42.3. Buffalo 32. Nick had Tannehill on the bench with 51. Washington D with 43. You talk about teams hitting a stride in fantasy, and Nick feels like he's hitting his stride right now. Don't want to jinx him or anything. Had a couple a-holes jinx me earlier this year, and I lost 3 straight after crushing 3 straight. So shut up. So Ruben, Wilson 14.9, Chicago D 16. Rubes, you had a tough week, brother. Just no one showed up, and those weeks happen. So you got DP, bad, and your speech was up there, solid, and we all know you ain't going out with a fight. You're Nick 6-6 and Ruben's 8-4, so you're in the playoffs, brother. So you're not sweating shit. Last one. Is this the last one? Yeah. Is Kevin versus Bill. Kevin got the W, 127.3. Bill, 120.5. Kev, San Francisco D with 33. Robinson, the third, with 31. And Bill, CMC, monster, 38.6. And New England D, monster, 20. But they didn't get you anything this week. If you would have started Rashad Penny, which that's a tough start. I don't know how you don't go with Carson. Just a no-brainer. But Penny did throw down 58.2. Would have gotten you the win. Kevin becomes 6-6, and Bill 8-4. So Bill's in. He's not first place, but he's in first place right now. We'll see how this week goes, but he's in the playoffs. So, and Kevin's fighting. So we'll talk about the playoffs real quick. Bill's in, Ruben's in, Gary's in, Probe's in, Darren's in. So there's 5 in with 3 spots remaining. Nick is 6-6, Merv 6-6, myself 6-6, and Kevin 6-6. Junior, Jimmy, and Carl all 5-7. That's what I was talking about a little bit earlier. With the loss here and a win there, it gets real sticky here. It's really going to come down to points at the. It's try to throw down some beast points for you guys. Ernie, you're out of it, and Ely, you're out of it, bud. I hate to say this, but the BBC pretty much has a home. I'm sorry, Matt, Ely. That's It's what it is, brother. I didn't see that coming. If you asked me to put money at the beginning of the year, you would be the very last I would put money on because I would have thought I would have lost. So 3-9 now. Ely could win and Ernie could lose. They'd have the same record, but Ely would have to throw down some serious points to pass Ernie for the worst record. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm sorry. That thing is possibly coming to your house. And when I got delivered to my house, it was here, and I was very uncomfortable. But I'm sure you'll put it in your roof rafters in your garage or something, or buying a home. I'm sure you guys will figure it out, you and Nikki. Sorry, but that's about it. Predictions. Let me look real quick. See here. Obviously, I'm going to take myself over Kevin. Let's see. Carl against Ely. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Carl. Carl's team is solid. He's got a good squad. Hopefully, he doesn't start Goff. Jesus Christ. Have you seen anybody so lost out there on the field? Jesus Christ. We're going to go, so Gary, Chop. Gary's been rolling, but he squeaks by every week. Chop's fighting for his life. I feel like Michael Thomas is going to have a big old monster week. So I'm going with Chop. We're going Nick and Merv. Oh, man, this is tough, dude. That's a shot in the dark. I'm going to go Nick because his team's been rolling. So I'm going to go with Nick. Even though Merv is nothing to mess with right now. He's throwing down too. We got Probe and Darren B. Oh, cat fight. We'll go Darren B. Bill, Party Like Skags. That's Billy. No. Bill, Party Like Skags is Ruben. Sorry. I'm gonna go. Bill. Bill's just been solid. He just keeps on throwing it down. Corp and spread the word. I'm going Corp. That's it. All right, guys. I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Stuff your faces. Watch football. Drink Monk. And we'll start talking about where we're going to have this party at. I really don't know where it's going to be, but I wish all you and your families a fantastic holiday, and get smoked.